For the past 12 or so years, I've been a professional musician. That means I've made my entire living from teaching, recording, and playing live. I want to share some things that I've learned with you today because I've made some mistakes and I'll help you avoid making them. So today's video is all about 5 things I've learned as a professional musician. Let's get started. The artist is in charge. Over the course of the last 10 plus years, I've done a lot of different things. I've done everything from a tiny bedroom recording to a full professional world-class recording studio album. I've played to hundreds of people and played to one person and his dog. That literally didn't happen, I'm not joking. In all that time, I've tried to have this guiding principle that the artist is in charge. And it kind of doesn't matter what I think, what I really want to do, what grooves I want to play, what fancy things I want to throw in. I have to make sure that they are happy because I'm hired to make their music better. I'm hired to make their gig better, to perform a certain way. So if the artist wants me to play the red sparkly kit and not the black sparkly kit, I will play the red one. If they want me to play a certain groove, I will play that because those are the people that are paying me. But the important thing here is that the artist is in charge and the artist has a song, has an album, has a gig that is their baby and is something that they are very passionate about. And you're coming in and you have to make it better, not worse by your presence. It's okay to get fired. I hope you never get fired, but if you do, that's okay. I've been fired on 3 separate occasions, and each time it has helped me become a better musician and a better drummer and a better professional because I've always learnt something from that experience. Each time I've been fired, it's because of something I did, not because of something that they did. And I've always endeavored to make sure that I do not repeat the same mistakes. Let me tell you a story about one of the firings that kind of sticks with me, and it's something I still try to make sure I do not do. I've been playing with this band for quite a long period of time, 3 or 4 years, and we've done loads of gigs, hundreds of gigs, I swear. We were doing some recordings where the keyboard player's time was becoming an issue. I decided to bring up the time issues with the keyboard player at a gig one time, and he didn't take it very well. Now, the keyboard player was also the band leader. He was the guy in charge, and therefore, if you go back to my first point of keeping the artist happy, I did the exact opposite. I made him unhappy, and therefore, I was out. So I've learned to bite my tongue, to be like, okay, I can't control that, it got fixed, it doesn't really matter, and to let those things slide. Stay humble. Humility and the willingness to learn are incredible traits that you can foster as a human being, but also as a professional musician. Every gig, lesson, and recording session that you do is a chance for you to learn. It's a chance for you to grow, to take on feedback, to take on information and learn new things from everybody else. But if you cut yourself off from that, if you are not open to that, if you take it as a threat that you get a little bit of criticism that that snare drum was late or that fill didn't quite land, then you're losing the opportunity to grow and losing the opportunity to get better. And this whole channel and my whole ethos is that we need to get better as musicians and then as drummers. So stay humble, stay willing to learn, and you will be absolutely fine as a professional musician. Gear doesn't matter. Now, gear does matter to a certain extent. You have to have good sounding gear. But after a certain point, it does not matter. It will not make up for poor time, poor dynamics, poor feel. It's your ideas and your sound that matter. So focus on them. The gear will come, endorsements will come. If you're good enough and if you're busy enough, those things will happen. But it's important that you remember that music is an oral art. It's all about the listening. It's not about the visual experience. So as long as it sounds good, it really honestly doesn't matter what gear you play. It doesn't matter how dirty or how shiny your cymbals are, as long as it sounds good and the music is being served. You are a business. You've got to have a business head on you. You've got to make sure that you're conducting your business like a normal business would. So get your finances in order. There's an amazing book called Profit First, which I'll leave in the link description below because it really changed the way that I run my business. Just think like a business. What would a normal business do? And do it. Because you're a normal business. Just because you're playing music doesn't make it any less legitimate. Have a good website and a good email address. I cannot stress enough how bad Dave Loves Drums with a Z 12567 star at yahoo.com looks. So much better to have hello@davemajormusic.com, for example. That way, it just looks professional. Having a decent website is also the first portal that people still come to find out who you are as a musician, to find out information, and to contact you. So it's really easy these days to make a good website. It takes a few hours, get someone to make it for you if you don't know how, because I guarantee that it will get you work. And that's what's important. It will pay for itself. There's actually quite a few simple things that you can do as a professional that will set you apart from 90% of the other people out there. Be on time. learn the stuff beforehand, and smell good. I really hope I can continue to be a professional musician for many decades to come. And I'm sure along that time, I will learn so many more things that I can share with you guys. But for now, that will do. Let me know in the comments below some of your tips, some things you've seen that you're like, okay, I won't do that. Let's start a conversation below. But until next time, I'll see you later. Happy drumming.